Hello, everyone. My name is George, the host of the Economic Empowerment Channel. And today we're going back to Company Founding 101, Class 21. So, what are we going to talk about today? We're going to touch on organizational culture and employee engagement. This is the penultimate episode of this whole series. So, these two things I think are extremely important. Let's first touch on the organizational culture's definition and what's such importance. So, organizational culture is the set of shared values, beliefs, and behaviors that shape how things are done within an organization. It's the silent conductor orchestrating an ensemble of diverse individuals. Although we want to strengthen diversity in a company, we also want them to have some similar goals to work towards because that would be easier to manage and organize. And a study found that a staggering 94% of executives and 88% of employees view a distinct workplace culture as vital to business success. And this makes sense because whenever you interview for a job and stuff like that, one of the main concerns you look around is that how friendly people are people being extremely stressed out by the work environment is really toxic, you probably don't want to go there. So you really want to develop that workplace healthy culture, which is important to business success. Now, we need to understand the employee engagement as an executive. And it isn't really about attendance because a lot of people can just sit there and do nothing for their day. So it's more about how engaged emotionally and cognitive they are. And they're always emotionally invested and they go beyond the call of duty. For instance, when I was interning at one of the largest securities company in China, I always try to arrive there as early as possible because I feel emotionally engaged in doing such work. And if you're not engaged at all, you probably will just sit there and do nothing all day. You don't even rush your work. And the impact highlight with high engagement levels are known to outperform their peers. And this will show in their morale, but also in outcomes, because I think hard working is one of the most uh, important values for employees. And by hard working, no matter how smart you are, the gap is always going to get filled out. It's like, take an easy example. If one employee is not that engaged, but are extremely smart, and the other one is, I don't know, like it's not as smart as the other employee, but he really needs to work hard. One day, the who works hard are doomed to catch up or do even better than the one who doesn't care about the work. As the executive of a company, you need to boost motivation and productivity. And first, let's talk about aligned roles. So, companies like 3M champions the idea that when individuals are given the freedom to pursue their passions, breakthrough innovations can emerge. And there are purpose-driven tasks as well. And studies indicate that newer generations in the workforce often prioritize meaningful work over the other perks, which emphasizes the importance of purpose in daily risk. Because a lot of things, a lot of easy tasks, employees might feel like, oh, why am I doing this? This is just no purpose whatsoever. I'm just doing this because I'm a lower level employee. You gotta let them know what this really helps. And when that happens, it's gonna be amazing to see how the quality of work changes. Opportunities for growth is the last one, which means clear and transparent career progression. Avenues not only enhance motivation, but also contribute significantly to employee retention. You have to, every single job you give, you gotta like give them a path to, oh, I can go to this position, I can go to that position, improve. Else, if they're gonna be like, I'm just gonna stick in the same place for a long period of time, a lot of people don't want to do it. Here are some proven engagement strategies that you can utilize in your business. So first, you gotta have a feedback culture. Adobe's shift from traditional performance reviews to regular check-ins led to more immediate feedback, which addresses the concern in real time and increasing in overall satisfaction. Decision participation means HCL Technologies' employee-first approach spotlighted the significance of including ground-level insights in the decision-making process. And professional development means consistent training and upskilling opportunities are vital. A lack of skill development avenues can contribute to early exits from the organization. How do we build a supportive environment, you might ask? First, you need to be aware of the safety and growth. Organizations must prioritize both physical and psychological well-being. And I think one of the best examples of this is a company called Huawei in China. And Huawei put their, employees' safety and health at the absolute priority because they have a lot of, services, in a lot of underprivileged areas. And whenever in those underprivileged areas, they send employees over, they always rent the best apartments in the area for the employee. They always send a Chinese chef to them as well, which makes the employees feel like home. Resource availability is crucial too. And we look at Netflix culture of freedom as responsibility. It's a testament to the value of equipping employees with necessary resources and trusting them to make the correct decisions. Now, we also got to take in account of work-life harmony because you cannot expect your employees to work 24/7 because that decreases their efficiency actually. You don't want them to just give you the hours. You want them to give you, how do I say this? You want them to give you the work they're being produced at maximum every day. For me, I don't care how much my employee works every day, like how many hours. I just care about, what's the end product, how efficient they are. And for example, Basecamp's 4-day work week showcased that productivity isn't about hours clocked, but the quality of those hours matters the most. And talent attraction and retention techniques are important too. Employer branding, which means the reputation of an organization, plays a significant role in attracting talent, leading companies consistently to communicate their values, culture, and unique selling points. There should be growth opportunities as well, which according to LinkedIn, clear opportunities for career advancement are a top attraction for potential employees. Competitive compensation and benefits are important as well. And the competitive package, of course, there has to be salaries, benefits, and other perks, which is fundamental, but are absolutely necessary as a retention tool because you gotta, at the end of the day, think of how to put the food on the table. The cost of ignoring such organizational culture is as such, which decrease the morale and productivity, which is a mismatch where toxic culture can lead to a decrease in motivation of employees, and increased turnover rates, which the costs associated with replacing employees are not just financial. The loss of experience, knowledge, and potential can be irreparable as well. And brand reputation is crucial as well, because if you ignore that, a lot of employees, after they leave your company, they're going to trash talk you on internet. And it can become public knowledge. No good employee wants to work there anymore. And even impacting your customer loyalty. So you don't want that to be happening. Now let's look at a case study of Zappos and organizational culture. Zappos is an online shoe retailer, which is known for their company culture, which they have 10 core values. And the employees help them to create that, which are ingrained in every aspect of their business. By offering new hires money to quit if they feel the culture isn't a fit, to ensure only those truly aligned with their values stay, and exemplifying their commitment to their culture, which makes them stand out from the rest of the competition. What are some action steps for these organizations? You need to assess the current culture. First, you need to begin with an honest evaluation of the existing culture using feedback tools, surveys, and one-on-one discussions. And you have to involve everyone, which involves building and reshaping culture if it isn't a top-down process. And continuous monitoring and adaptation is crucial as well, because the culture is dynamic and requires ongoing observation and flexibility to evolve as the organization grows. What are some key takeaways from this? And first, the most important one is organizational culture definitely matters. And it's an invisible hand influencing a company's well-being. Employee engagement is pivotal as well, because engagement leads to efficiency, and efficiency leads to loyalty, and loyalty leads to a company's success as well. Retention is as crucial as attraction. In quest for new talent, don't overlook the significance of nurturing and retaining the current talent. Believe you can be successful. Thank you so much for listening. Please email me if you have any questions and potential partnerships. See you in the last episode of this series.